Hello, summer 2018 IS500 students. I'm Brad Howell, professor for this class, and I look forward to facilitating this course of practices of Christian vocation with you. I get asked to teach this class a lot. I think I've taught it 4 times this year, 5 or 6 last year, and I'm scheduled several times next year. And it's one of the classes I really enjoy. When we talk about practices of Christian vocation, we're building off of a term and an idea that's been around for much of Christian history. And vocation itself is a word that comes out of the Latin root word of vocatio. It's this sense of a call or a summons. In essence, it's this voice that I hear. It's where we get this idea of calling or being called into ministry. What we want to really emphasize during this class is that we're all part of hearing God's voice. But hearing God's voice isn't something that just kind of happens. He doesn't just show up and write on the wall. That happened once, and it really panicked people pretty bad. And we don't want that, right? We don't want to experience that. But this is all about what are the spiritual practices and disciplines that we need to cultivate in our lives so that we can root ourselves deep into the Holy Spirit. And then out of that comes the fruit of the Spirit and knowing and understanding what it is that God would have us to do. So that's kind of the thrust of the course itself. And everything you read and everything you think about, always be thinking about what it means to hear that voice that calls us, to listen to that, and how do we shape and cultivate ourselves in order to hear that voice. So that's kind of what I want you to know and walk away from this course when we're all done 10 weeks from now. Of course, it's summertime too, so there's always realities around that. On one hand, summer is a little more laid back than the other quarters. On the other hand, we still have to get everything done that we had to get done before. So I have that stuff in mind. I know that you've got mission trips and camps and vacation Bible schools and who knows what else is going on. Probably there's some family members getting married, and you might be trying to squeeze a vacation in here and there. So I'm going to be trying to open up as much of the class in advance as I can so that you can work ahead. If you find that you have a conflict with the due dates, by all means, email me or email the TA, Linnea Chavone. Just give us a heads up. We'll work with you on that as best as we can. There's 32 students, I think, in the class. So we want to work with you as much as we can, but also simultaneously, there's a lot of people to track. So it's not something we'll be tracking too closely. But do know when we get to a grade, and if it's not there, we'll probably put a 0 in with a comment that reached out to us afterwards. And we'll try to get as much sorted out as we can. Don't leave things till last minute. And the comment in the syllabus does stand that if it is not turned in on time, an assignment is not turned on time, you'll get a 0 for that assignment. And I do mean that. And that's why I really try to work hard to get you to work ahead as much as possible, or at least talk to us in advance. Otherwise, with all the moving parts in this class, it will pile up on you and sink you. So, those of you who don't know me personally, I'm also a director for Fuller Seminary. I oversee the San Francisco Bay Area campus. Today is Monday of week 1. We are starting 5 weeks of intensives on campus here today, starting tonight. So I'll be having a lot of stuff happening and coming and going around that. I'm teaching one of those intensives week 5. And I'm also going on a motorcycle trip weeks 7 and 8. My son and I are riding our bikes up to Canada, hang out there for a little bit, and come back down. And I'm from Canada, so we'll be going visiting family. Plus, there's weddings and talks and speaking and activities and special events going on, just as you have all of these things going on too. So I'll give you a little bit of grace. You give me a little bit of grace. I think that'll all work out well. And with that in mind, I know not everyone is going to log into this class every single day. That's, of course, not going to happen. I won't be doing that either. So if you post something in the Q&A, you may not hear back from me for at least 24 hours, perhaps longer in the summer months. So my recommendation actually is perhaps this summer you either email me or text me if it's urgent. The more urgent, the more likely I think you should text. But if it's something you want a response within, 24 hours, probably email is going to be the fastest way this particular summer. And I will try to reach out to you via email and respond back that way if we can do that too. So email is good this summer. Week 5, like I say, will be an intensive. The intensive's in the evenings. So I should be around, be able to check in on emails and stuff throughout the day. Weeks 7 and 8, the motorcycle trip, it's a little harder to check in on text or emails when you're on a motorbike. But when we get off, I will try to stay on top of that and get back to you. I intend to reply back every evening. But if you don't hear from me, just know that that's what's going on. Other little things about me, I've been working at Fuller for a little over a decade now, various roles. Started as an assistant director, did my Doctor of Ministry in Youth, Family, and Culture. My research is in digital media, most specifically bridging the digital divide. Some of you have had me in the IS500 Youth and Family Ministry and a Culture of Digital Relationships. In fact, we just wrapped that up this quarter. And that's one of my favorite classes to teach because it's out of my research area, and that's what I'm about. My history and background, I'm a practical theologian, and I'm an affiliate assistant professor of practical theology at Fuller Seminary. So I teach courses that are lean towards pragmatic, hopefully. Hopefully they'll feel that way to you, and hopefully you'll enjoy it that way. I live over in Sacramento. I work here in Menlo Park. This is the Menlo Park office, and I'm here 2 or 3 days a week, especially the first 5 weeks of the summer or more, which means I am traveling a lot between these 2 sites. So I'm on the road a lot. So feel free, again, just to call and text if you want to. If you live in the Bay Area or Sacramento and you want to grab coffee, I'm more than happy to do that. I really, really enjoy getting to know the students like that. Plus, there's opportunities several weeks this quarter to meet by video chat, and we get to know each other a little bit better this way too. So the weeks that we do the video chat, you don't also have to post online, hopefully making your life a little bit easier that particular week. So I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, and since I will be driving through the Northwest, if you happen to be in the Northwest and you want to see if we can grab coffee and take a break on the motorcycle trip, I'm sure there'll be times when I want to get off the bike. I'll be going up along the volcanoes in the Cascades and then coming back more eastern Washington, maybe the edge of Idaho, eastern Oregon, and then work our way back to Northern California. So if you happen to live in any of that area, feel free to drop me a line. We'll see if my paths will cross with where you're at. So looking forward to getting to know you all and experiencing the summer quarter together. All right, catch you later.